Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahillazi hadana lihaza wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadanallah. Summa salatan wa salaman taslima ala sayyidina Muhammad ibni Abdullah la nabiyya ba'da amma ba'du. Good morning the examiners and good morning ladies and gentlemen who see my presentation today. The Honorable, the first examiners, Mr. Kalayo MPD, the Honorable, the second examiners, Mem Rizky Amelia MPD, the Honorable, the third examiners, Mr. Nuardi MED, and the Honorable, the last examiners, Mem Roswati MPD. In this opportunity, I would like to present my thesis. The title is An Analysis of Students Speaking Problems at Senior High School 15 Pekanbaru. The first one about the background of the study. Speaking is one of the language skills that's important to be learned. Some people assume that someone is recognized to master English if they can speak English fluently. According to McDonough and Shaw, 2003, page 126, in many contexts, speaking is often the skill you possess with a person is judged at face value. It means that people often judge our language competence from our speaking skill rather than other language skills. Based on the 2013 curriculum, speaking has purposes to the students are able to participate during teaching and learning activity. Students are able to deliver their ideas through speaking, and the last, students are able to do speaking performance or speaking tests in the front of the class. It has clearly that curriculum required students must be more active and creative than research and than teacher in teaching and learning activity. Even the curriculum in syllabus requires students to mastering speaking skill. The problems of speaking remains first. The main reason for this situation taken place is the fact they did not want to speak English. Even when they know the answer to a simple question, they still hesitate to open their mouth and to volunteer in answering question orally. P. 1996, page 121 mentioned the speaking problems such as the first one, inhibition, the second one, nothing to say, the third one, low participation, and the last one is mother tongue use. About the phenomena, the first one, some of students are not able to speak English fluently. The second one is some of students have lack vocabulary. The third one is some of students are not confident to speak in English during class. And the last one is some of students cannot understand what their classmate or teachers say. The limitation of the problem. The researchers will focus the problem of the research to be investigated on the student speaking problems of 10th grade students at Senior High School 15 Pekanbaru. About the formulation of the problem. The formulation of the problem of this research is what are the problems of students in speaking at Senior High School 15 Pekanbaru. The next point is indicators of speaking. There are 4 indicators of speaking in this research. The first one is students are fear of making mistakes and feel shy. The second one is students are not participating in the class. The third one is students have nothing to say. And the last one is students use their first language more frequently while communicating. The next point is methodology of the research. This This research was descriptive quantitative research. Brayman 2012, page 35, defined quantitative research as a research strategy that emphasizes quantification in the collection and analysis of data. It means quantitative research denotes amount in something. This research method attempts to investigate the answer to the question, starting with how many, how much, and how much, to what extent. In other words, the method lay heavy stress on measuring something or variables existed in the social world. The next point is time and location of the research. This research was conducted on September to December in 2020. It would take place at Senior High School 15 Pekanbaru. It is located at Cipta Karya Street, Sialamunggu, Tampan, Pekanbaru, Riau Province. The next point is the subject and object of the research. The subject of this research was the 10th grade students of Senior High School 15 Pekanbaru, and the object of the research was the student speaking problem. The next point is population and sample of the research. The first point is population of the sample. The population of Senior High School 15 Pekanbaru on the 10th grade students was consisting of 215 from 3 classes of science and 4 classes of socials. It can be seen in the following table. The next point is sample of the research. The researchers choose 1 classes for sample of the research, that is 10 social tree by cluster random sampling technique. In 10 social tree class concluded 18 male student and 23 female students from total population. The next point about technique of collecting the data. The researchers will use a questionnaire to collect the data, and the technique of data analysis. The researchers use simple formula: P equals F per N multiplied by 100%. P as percentage, F frequency, and number of sample, 100% constant value. The next point, conclusion. There are some conclusion about from this research. The first one, the students don't like to stay in English zone. The second one, the students do not understand what teacher said in the class. The third point, the students are not always practice speaking English. The next point, students' intonation in English sound like their original language. The next, the students always use their original language in group discussion. The next point, the students do not like to study English rather than Bahasa. And the last point is, when the students are nervous, they always use their first language or original language. This suggestion for the research, for the first one, for the teacher, many problems of student speaking that faced by students in speaking English in the school. Therefore, the teacher should make the students get motivated to use English in school environment, at least when they are in English learning classroom. Then the teacher better be focused on the problems making the students difficult to use English orally. For the students, they would be keep they would be better keep improving their speaking ability, especially in practicing English in English way, not in mother tongue structures, since it has been found that their mother tongue frequently interfered their English speaking production. And the last suggestion for the future researchers, besides knowing the researchers' finding about the problem of students in speaking, it is not yet discovered about how to overcome the speaking problems in learning English classroom. Knowing that future research about that is going to be very useful for teacher and students at the end in order to improve their speaking ability. Okay, that's all from me. Thanks for hearing me today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.